Hey guys, welcome back. Whoever's back, whoever's coming back, whoever's coming back, welcome back. It's man, I need to get some heat on. It's snowing here. It's Sunday night. It's snowing. Big ass snowflakes, man, coming down. I gotta admit, don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm just recovering from that last snow we had, and that was like 3 weeks ago. And winter has struck again just when we thought it was not going to. Cat says that was quick. Brushing my teeth. Well, I had a lot of practice. I've been doing it for years. It would be a good night to snuggle. Definitely. My cat. They don't do much snuggling. My one cat lays up against me and gives me really nasty looks if I move too quickly. What do you guys want to talk about tonight? What do you want to do tonight? We got an hour. We got an hour to kill. No more, no less. Probably more. Definitely not less. Hey, environment, how are you? Was a chill night here? Chill nights are good. I read a little bit from my. I find myself reading from this book of all my books more than any of them. We were doing that this afternoon. I've read a bit, a couple poems, and we read some Emily Dickinson. Man, Adam asked me to read Edgar Allan Poe, The Raven. I forget how long that poem was. Hey, M3. M3, how are you? Thanks for coming up and singing yesterday. Cat says, Chili sounds good. Hey, Sil. Bud Files is here. Hope everyone subscribed to Sil Bud Files. We got a guest tomorrow. I'm looking forward to hanging out with her. Vishali Shahin. She hails from, I don't know originally, but she lives now in Sedona, Arizona. She does vortex tours. She has spent a lot of time in an ashram. She's a yogi, and she is a Course in Miracles teacher, student. And she wrote a book, How to Choose Peace 1 Second at a Time. We think that we are peaceful. The truth is that we are choosing peace, and we are literally choosing peace every moment. Hey, Mustafa. Kat says she cannot remove my comments. The piece is cooling down here as well, in the 40s. Keep warm. We're going to get in the 20s tonight, and then in the next several days, I think we'll go up above 30, but then at night it's going to get down pretty cold. But by Wednesday, just need to toughen out until Wednesday, right? It's going to get back in the 50s. So, how to choose peace, 1 second at a time. Vishali Shahin's new book is the distillation of her 20 years of the Course in Miracles study. Perfect for long-time Course in Miracles students and great introductions for friends or family. Thank you, Sniper. Sniper is 15 months. Sniper and Eric Lapointe, and I believe Joe Delaney. Man, they've been with me every single step of the way. Could not ask for better companions to walk with me. Hey, Brian. What is old man doing? What is old man doing? What is old man doing? Right now, he's pondering grammatical errors, is what he's doing. How to Choose Peace is really readable, approachable, and immediately usable for everyone. There are transformational exercises, including a new mantra, the so what mantra, but when the ego mind takes over and it works. So she'll be up tomorrow. She'll be hanging out with us. I hope everyone comes by and hangs out with us too. Simple says, greetings, beautiful souls. Guys, big congratulations. Shout out. Ring in the bell in celebration. If you're sound sensitive, turn it down. Squirrel Sniper hit 1K subs, guys. It's a milestone. Here we go. 3 times for Squirrel Sniper. Hey, Dougie Doug. Sniper said, yay. And 3 says, yeah, I just finished watching a docu on Reagan and Gorbachev. Different times, right? Great time to have been alive and seeing things now with a new perspective. I don't know what happened. People seem less serious, you know? Sniper says, old man is putting younger man's vocabulary together. Yes. Yes, I was. Sniper says, for a truth seeker, that's a huge milestone. Mustafa, and send some love. Dougie Doug's waving everyone. Mustafa says, hi, Adam. How you doing? Is Adam here? Adam was in, he hung out with us this afternoon. Fireman says, but now is always the ultimate time. Agreed. Actually, now is independent of time. Time doesn't exist in this moment. Time is a measurement, and the infinite can't be measured. Cat says, message distracted. Dougie Dead says, Gorby was a reasonable man. He did not want to blow up the planet. Can't say the same about every leader nowadays, can we? As it's always fighting the algorithm defense system. I'm waiting for the algorithms to stand up and take notice of me. Sooner or later, right? We'll get there. Just got to keep putting in the work. By work, I don't mean labor. I don't mean labor intensive. Ultimately, the work is only one thing. The work is forgiveness. When we think that we are up against an algorithm, when we think that we are up against, people doing better than what we do, when we think we're up against anything, the work is the same. The work is forgiveness. When we think that we don't have what it takes to reach that level we'd like to be at, we forgive the fact that we imagine there's even such a thing as a level. Forgiveness. It is the only work that we have to do here. What we're forgiving is not a person, an event, or situation. We're forgiving the fact that we have created a person, an event, and a situation. Hey, Lady Sky, how are you? Guess I got to go hook up the heat for the chickens. You and the algorithm. Yep, it's me against the algorithm, man. That's why I got my sleeves rolled up. If an algorithm shows up here, I'm going to give them a what to. M3 says, yes, agreed, Yogi. Different times and appears this upcoming week. Things are escalating with Iran. Prayers. I don't understand. Mustafa says, hi to Dougie Doug. How are you doing today? Dougie says, but the truth is that Gorbachev was under the thumb of the KGB. Do you think that he could have done what he did, though? Um, while being under the thumb of the KGB? Mustafa says, I thought Dougie Doug was Adam. Nope. So how you doing tonight, Lady Sky? Lady Sky, did you get any snow? 31 degrees, currently 1 degree Celsius, Mustafa. Mustafa says, stay warm. M3 says, yeah, focus on my own personal goals to keep my head down and just enjoy what I'm doing and learn new things. So I'm glad you said that. The one of my big lessons in A Course in Miracles is do not seek to change the world. I'm going to stop with that. Do not seek to change the world. That's a big thing. What if Rosa Parks? What if Gandhi? What if Martin Luther King Jr. all had that? Do not seek to change the world. And yet here it is, for me, one of the great spiritual texts that stands side by side the Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads. In my opinion, even more so because it's a practical how to do it. The Upanishads are very esoteric, and although they give instructions in yoga, same with Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. You can read them, you can get a lot of stuff out of it, but it can be hard to put in place. Although Patanjali does a pretty good job how to do it. Course in Miracles says, do this. So when they say, do not seek to change the world, people can turn to take that as a, but look at it, the world's a mess. Of course the world's a mess. The world's always been a mess. It always will be a mess. We came here to this earth to participate in a mess. The Course goes on. Do not seek to change the world, but seek to change how you see the world. Meaning, all of this content, effects. Effects are always going to be effect. You can't change effects. You can rearrange them, you can shuffle them, you can do all kinds of stuff with effects. But until you change your mind, until you go to the cause, you just keep getting more effects. The cause is how we think. We think in terms of warfare. We think in terms of division. We think in terms of separation. We think in terms that some people have enough, some people have more than enough, some people have nothing. And that's just the way it is. I don't make the rules. It's just the way it is. Here's the sad truth. We make the rules, every last one of them. We could easily decide, you know what? The richest man in the world right now could decide, I don't want anyone to starve. And he has the personal resources to get food to every single starving child in a matter of hours, if not a day. Like that. One person who has more, and I'm not someone who says, shouldn't have anything, no one should be richer than another. I wonder about the compassion and empathy deficit because it's all about effects. Having more money is a way of keeping score, and I'm the winner, right? I got more money than anyone else, so I'm the winner. And I'm going to keep collecting. Got to stay ahead of the competition. Don't want to lose my place on the Forbes 100 wealthiest people in the world list. And yet, children are starving right now. And people are keeping score. You know what the score is? The score is 0-0. Putin could change his mind about Ukraine right now, in an instant. Could wake up in the morning and say, what the heck was I doing? Not to get politically in the US, but our president of the United States could wake up in the morning and say, you know what? Every single person deserves health care. Every single person deserves help. Every single person deserves to have food on their table. The house is heated. Everyone deserves to be comfortable. Everyone should have a shot at the best educational system. It's all about changing their mind. But no one's going to change their mind until they've been able to train themselves to think with the thoughts of God, of which are their natural inheritance. That might sound pretty high and mighty, thinking with the thoughts of God. Guess what? We have the voice for God already in us right now, this very moment. We can choose to think with the thoughts of God, but it's blotted out because we believe that we are this singular, separate, torn apart little entity, an ego, personality. Hey, Skits. On October 31st, 2021, Elon Musk tweeted that he would sell Tesla stock right now to find a solution for world hunger. The UN World Food Program could find a transparent plan. There's already a solution. We have one state in the United States, and in just a handful of counties, produces enough grain, enough food, that every single starving person could get a meal. One state. You know where the majority of that grain goes? It goes to feed cattle so that a minority of people can have a very cheap hamburger. Hey, Mark. Don't use Lord for your political beliefs. Don't use your political beliefs for the Lord. There. Verbal jujitsu. You see the way I flipped that around? Mustafa says, that absolutely true, Eric. Mark says, why do I care about Ukraine? I'm an American. I think he just answered your question, right? Hey, Michael. Michael, how'd everything go today? Have fun, Environment. There you go. M3 quotes Gandhi. I agree. I have accepted I cannot change others or the world. I can only be the change I want to see in the world. 26 days until spring. Man, I'm looking forward to it. Zephyr says, as of today, not. Yep. It defies practicality. It should always be acknowledged that anything that can be corrupted will be corrupted. M3 says, I agree. As an American and first world country, in superpower, no American should not have health care and a means to live. Kat says to Mark, where does it end? You're not me. Should I not care about you? Yeah, when we draw those lines, it never ends. Then we find ourselves continuously drawing line, always drawing lines. Dougie says the best of intention are cast away in the face of corruption. Hey, Gray Man, how are you? Michael says none of us here are doing any of that. Oh, Mark, none of us here are doing any of that, mate. I think everyone's good, Gray Man. Gray Man, how are you? Happy Sunday, Skits. Yes, Skits. Anyone who's sensitive to sound, turn your volume down. Skits, this is for your father. Dad's birthday. He's no longer with us, but I know he would appreciate it. 3 times, Skits, for your father. Love to you, Skits. Michael says it went great. I was just hanging out with my adopted brother from another mother and talked horror movies. What movies did you talk about? I'm glad you're home, Gray Man. The barman says 1 day of crude oil is worth about 7.5 billion. So to stop world hunger is about 1 week of oil. Skits says, thank you, Yogi brother. Much love, man. Much love to you, Skits. Snow is still coming down, guys. The last I heard, maybe 8 inches. Michael says, just a bunch of random ones that we watched recently. We like to swap lists of movies so we can have new stuff to watch. You ever watch The Others, Nicole Kidman? One ciggy cost me more than 1 liter of petrol. Dougie says, must keep in mind that the government produced nothing. Anything can give the people of America, it must take from them. Without your money, the government is idle. This is true. Don't we deserve to get some of that back? In usable ways. No, I got high taxes here in my county, but I also have wonderful schools. I have streetlights, and I could do with that streetlights, by the way. I have a fondness for dark, you know, being Batman and all. We have libraries, we have great public schools, some of the best public schools in the country. So my taxes, hey, Mark, sending love. I appreciate that, Mark. Love to you, my friend. Marco says that was a great movie. I love The Others. That was a scary movie because it wasn't based on shock. It was based on psychological horror. This guy says I went to the grocery store today, Yogi, and saw Easter candy already out in the shelves, and I bought some. Food Line. I guess Easter's not that far. It's only a little over a month. This guy says hi to somebody really. M3 says that is why I try to stay within my pay grade, and glad I'm not a government official or would want to have the responsibility or stress of taking care of a country. My family is difficult enough, no doubt. Fireman said in Australia, our taxes came in during the world wars and stayed. We didn't have income taxes, I believe, until was it World War One? Weird. It wasn't actually a thing. We pay taxes on food, we pay taxes on gas, we pay taxes on all kinds of stuff. Property that you own, should it still be taxed? When did income tax start in the U.S.? Yep, World War One, 1913. Do you know that though? In 1894, income tax was ruled unconstitutional by the Supreme Court in 1895, necessitated by the 16th Amendment, which is still in place. It's a strange world we made. And make no doubt about it, we made it. Price of Easter candy is $4.99. Yogi, not a bad price at Food Line. How much do you get? What kind of Easter candy did you get? Michael says, "Yeah, I love this kind of films. Me too." Like I said, I don't want to. I mentioned this before. I don't want to sound egotistical, I don't want to be too big for my britches. I watch Friday the 13th. I watched the Scream movie. I watch Halloween, and I think I could take those guys. I could take them. They don't scare me even a little bit. If I can't take them, I know I can outrun them. But you can't outrun a poltergeist. They're poltergeists. You can't outrun a ghost. So yeah, give me like a scary, scary movie. Frankenstein never scared me. Just a monster. Werewolves are a little bit different. I might not be able to take a werewolf. I might not be able to take a vampire. Dougie says not all tax revenue is squandered, but over 50% of it is. We have the people could hold, we the people could hold the government accountable. We would be better off. All politicians, yes, all of them are corrupt. Um, Here's a question for you, Dougie. Is it possible anymore to hold politicians accountable? With dark money in politics nowadays, do people even get elected or are they sort of appointed? The one who has more money, the one who has better advertising. This guy says, "Can I come up and show you the Easter candy, Yogi?" Sure. Let me. You cannot run from a poltergeist when it sucks you in the TV. Exactly, and we saw that. We saw a cat getting sucked up into. I need to post the link. Lady Sky. It says Jason versus Yogi 2026 coming to a cinema near you. I could take him. I'm almost positive. I could take him. Jason's the guy in the hockey mask? Man, please. No doubt hockey players are tough. Hockey players might be some of the toughest athletes there are. Yeah, and Jason's got those claw thingies, right? I think. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I actually have ever seen a Friday the 13th movie. I don't know if I've ever. I think I saw the original Halloween. So yeah, the slasher movies never did much for me. Some guy with a knife. Some guy with a hockey mask. Give me a second, Dougie. And three says, it says the theory. Mustafa says, Eric, how you feeling? My foot's feeling better, but the effects of the foot hurting are lingering. Feeling better, but not. It's not better. Freddy versus Jason versus Yogi, the sequel. I'm in. That means that I survive. By the way, Impy says the U.S. government has grown too big, and we need to return more power back to the states. Federal government should only need to defend our country against foreign threats. This guy says, Cat and Jack. Food line was out of the oatmeal cream pie cookies. I saw a lady that grabbed the last box. I thought of you, my friend. People are hoarding them. Dougie says, well, how about if capital punishment for elected officials who misuse or otherwise enrich themselves, friend or family with taxpayer money? Capital punishment, man. That's years. But who's going to hold them accountable? Who's going to do that? Who's going to insist on that? Who are the lawmakers? So, one, I'm not capital punishment, but theoretically, that would be the government policing the government. Michael says it's going to say I might not be able to outrun the bad guy due to the flat feet, but I might be able to outsmart them. There you go. I think you probably could, Michael. M3 says for transparency, I'm a constitutionalist and more centrist and not left or right. I think you're mixing up Jason and Freddie.
Hello.
Hello. So what makes them Easter?
I don't know. I got it on sale. It was $4.99. The M&Ms.
Okay.
Can you
cool.
read it?
I can.
I don't know what that
Candies.
P word says, but
Pastel.
pastel blend. Different
Yep.
colors of M&Ms.
Well, there you go. I guess that's Eastery, right? I almost said Halloween.
Yeah. Do you like M&Ms?
I like vegan M&Ms.
I don't think they had vegan M&Ms.
They do, as a matter of fact. You got to send away for them specifically, or if you go to like Whole Food Market, we'll have them. And other places.
And then I got this.
Okay, I can see how that would be Eastery.
Mm-hmm.
An egg. Hey, did you get a
Easter eggs.
Did you get a Cadbury egg?
Yeah, I saw them, but they're too sweet. I didn't buy them. They were like a little bit more. Yeah. I bought a I have an idea what I want to do with this kind of candy. I have an idea that I want to do.
You gonna share the idea?
Yeah, soon.
But
I wanted to show you the two types of candies that I got for $4.99 at Food Lion. In your case, Food Loin.
Hi, Sue. Just when Sue is here.
Does anybody buy these Reese's peanut butter eggs? For Easter?
I don't think so. I haven't. Hey, relaxing. How are you? Skid says he loves M&Ms. Environment is trying to paint with him, ladies guy.
What? You have an idea, Mustafa?
Environment says M3. Yeah, I guess I don't see spiritual as religious though.
See, this is my Food Line bag.
Cool.
So that's my Food Line bag.
What a weird name for a supermarket or grocery store. Food Lion.
Yeah. Well, we have to eat somehow or another.
True.
Yeah, it's already out. Easter candy already out. And I'm not even counting down for Easter yet.
Yep. We're getting there. Easter's a little bit early this year.
Here's the M&Ms in case people didn't see the M&Ms.
So are you gonna cook something with them? Bake something?
Do what?
Are you gonna bake something with them?
For the peanut butter ones, I am. I'm not going to say what it is yet.
No, you're just dropping these hints, and then you're leaving everyone hanging. This is how you get people to show up to your live stream. You show up and you say, something's gonna happen, something big's gonna happen. You never guess what's gonna happen. Everyone's on the edge of the seat. What's it gonna be, Mary? You're like, I'll tell you later on my
I
live
like
stream.
to surprise people.
I'll tell you on my
I'm
live
one of
stream.
those people that likes to have people on the edge and surprise them like, hey, she's making this. Hey, she's making that.
Not me.
So
You get what you see, man. I put it all out there. No,
yeah.
nothing hidden here.
But I can tell you that it's gonna be soon though.
Before Easter?
It's for Easter. Not for me, it's for Easter.
Got you.
I just wanted to go ahead and get it before they ran out because usually Easter is very popular at the grocery store. So a lot of people, although it's early for Easter candy, but you know, throughout the time before Easter, people will start buying. So
Right. True. We used to get an Easter basket when we were kids, but we had candy.
yeah,
We
they
also
had
had
some
books.
Easter baskets that already filled up with candy and stuff,
Did they have the
and they
green
were like
grass?
almost $30 at Food Lion down here at
Right.
the down here. I'm like, goodness gracious, $30 for a basket. One of those big old baskets
Right.
that already has candy and stuff in it. $30.
You know what? But that might be worth it if you think
Hmm.
$4.99 for a bag of M&Ms.
Yeah, these two bags were like $4.99 each, and they were on
So
BOGO sale.
right.
Buy one get one free.
So we're talking just about $10 there.
Hmm.
So $30 if it's a good Easter basket, that's not a bad deal.
Yeah, I figured $30 for something like that for a kid would go crazy berserk happy. Because kids and candy, put them together, kids will be sugared up rush.
This is true.
We were
We
once
used,
kids too, and we had the sugar rush as well when we did Easter egg hunts growing up. Did you ever do Easter egg hunts when you were a kid?
I think in school
I
we
never
might have
did them
did
in
one.
school.
No. Um, I went to a Catholic school, so it was um, Easter was serious business for us.
It was for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember growing up, we did Valentine's parties for elementary when I was in elementary school, but after elementary school, I was like, when I got into middle school, they never did do Valentine's Day parties when I was in middle school or high school. It was just for like elementary stage.
Right.
So,
Um, we used to get books for Easter. We got
do
books
I?
for it on every occasion. Books for a birthday, books for Easter, books for Christmas.
Yeah, my birthday is usually around Easter, but this year it's 2 weeks after Easter. My birthday. My birthday's on a Sunday for
Yeah,
this
every
year.
once in a while my birthday falls on Easter.
Yeah, mine does too.
Yours is what
But
day
I
is your
wanted to
birthday
show
again?
you the Easter candy.
I appreciate that.
I don't know how many weeks till my birthday. We got 5 Sundays in March, and then 3 Sundays till my birthday in April. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more weeks from today.
8 more weeks.
Hmm.
Your birthday is the 19th, right?
Yeah.
Do that. Calendar.
You got a calendar just to make sure.
I'm on top of things.
Well, you got 7 more Fridays, so
Kat says mine too. Yep. Kat's birthday, your birthday, my birthday, Selma's birthday, and Toy Pups. Five
what
of
about?
us. But it all
Oh, wow.
starts with Squirrel Sniper and Walking with Goldie. Their birthday is in the end of March.
End of March.
So
So they're
yep,
Aries like me.
yep.
Yay.
We start
Woohoo.
with them and
See,
then we celebrate.
Aries begins on March 21st, last until my birthday. I'm the last day of Aries. And then the next day is Taurus. If
Yep.
you do the horoscope thing. I
If
don't
you
read the
would
horoscope thing, but
if you'd
a
have
lot of
just
people
held
do.
in there for a couple more days, you would have you would have been a Taurus.
Yeah, we
But
would have
nope.
been Tauruses.
Yep. Mary was in too much of a hurry. She had to get out. She had to get busy. She had to start baking stuff.
I
She
was
had
like,
to
let
start
me out of
singing
here before I
karaoke.
turn into a Taurus. Because I'm an Aries, and we Aries are not patient people. I'm not patient. I'm not a patient person. I like to be on the go. If you met me in real life, and you would like see how on the go I would be. I'm like on the go.
Kat's birthday is on a Monday.
What day in April?
It is on the 6th, April 6th.
April 6th. So she's
On
an
the calendar.
Aries.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
I f-
April 19th. I'll be 42 this year.
42.
I feel old.
Yep. Just wait.
So old.
Just wait. You don't know what old is yet.
I feel so old.
Old is when you wake up with a hurt foot and you didn't do anything different than you did the day before.
I don't know.
Old
You probably overwalk too much. You've
old
been
is when
walking or
you
running too
literally
much.
throw your back out when you bend over to put your shoes on.
Is it
Here's
both
an
foot? Is it both feet or just that one foot?
I have issues with both my feet.
Oh, really, both? I thought it was just
Yep.
that one. You said it was the right foot.
It's the
I
right
thought it was
foot
the
now,
one.
but
It's the
my
right
left
foot
foot.
now.
It's actually my left big toe was I broke it during a race and just taped it to my other toe and kept on running. And my right foot, I might have broken something in my right foot, and I just kept running. So every once in a while,
I will go to the doctor and make sure it's not like physically broken.
right?
I would like go to the doctor, see my primary care physician. So I would
Yeah,
make an appointment instead of waiting to make it feel when it gets hurting real bad.
seems like a lot of effort, though, doesn't it?
Seems like you're gonna tough it out.
Yeah.
You want to tough it out instead of going to the doctor. Ugh,
Yeah.
come on now. You got to go to the doctor if you're in pain.
You know what? Here's the way I think. If the doctor wanted to see me, the doctor could show up here. Why does
Yeah,
everyone say go to the doctor? How come no one ever says bring the doctor over to Yogi? Huh? That's my motto for 2026.
you've been watching too many. Did you ever watch the TV show Bewitched?
I did. I love Bewitched.
You probably watched too many Bewitched and you want to snap your fingers and
Dr. Bombay.
magically go to the doctor just snapping your fingers. Doctor who? Who's
Dr.
Doctor
Bombay.
Bomb
Dr.
who?
He was the doctor. Dr. Bombay. He was the
Uh,
doctor on Bewitched. He was the witch doctor, literally,
uh,
the doctor for witches. And there was a Dr. Bombay, Dr. Bombay, there's an emergency, come right away. And that's
Dr.
how you called him
Bombay.
up. Yep.
You just need Dr. Bombay to.
I don't know why I know that. I have not seen a repeat of Bewitched in 30
I saw
years.
a
But
few episodes where she wiggled her nose and things
yep,
were like flying in the air and like, oh my god.
that's why I don't wiggle my nose. I
You know,
can't take the
wiggling your
chance.
nose.
I can't take the chance. I don't want to think. Can you imagine if all these books started flying all over the place? It's already driving Cat crazy. Imagine if
I
books
know
were
it
flying
needs
all over.
straightening up. I'm telling you, it's given. Every time I see the books behind you, I'm like, I gotta straighten that shelf up. Makes me want to straighten up that shelf, and I don't even have an OCD problem. But every time I see those
But
books behind you, I'm like, I need to straighten up those shelves.
what's the matter with those books, man?
They look like they're
Perfect.
out of order.
They're in perfect order. Cat can vouch
They
for this.
are.
I know where I know when every book. I know where every book is.
Mm.
Dougie says not Doctor Who, Doctor Bombay.
Dr. Bombay, I don't. Some character on Bewitched, so was before I was even born.
Yep, it actually started before I was born, but it
Oh,
ended
really?
I think in '71, so I was 6 years old. Cat, by the way, says you go ahead and feel old, Mary. I'm going to feel 19 every morning. I wake up and try to avoid the mirror.
Eh, I can make my surprise on here whenever I do the Easter candy, if you want me to.
Sure, that would be good.
Like, I didn't know for sure if you wanted me to. I love to cook. And you still
Cat
wanting
is.
your vegan muffins?
Yep,
Gotta gotta sing,
I sang yesterday.
and you did perfectly, but shallow.
Right. I
Shallow
did listen
song.
to it. I did listen to it today.
Oh, you did?
Yep. Kat is rolling her eyes. You can't imagine why she would be rolling her eyes. Uh, Kat knows as well as I do that I know where every single book.
I know it needs straightened up. I feel like me and Kat has to straighten it out for you or something.
If you straighten them out, I'd never find anything. I know where everything is
That's
right
the
now.
point of it. That's the point of it. Straighten them out so you won't figure out which one is which.
That's not good.
I can just
Dougie
picture
says,
yourself trying to get a book. Like, where's that book? That book was supposed to be right there.
Dougie Doug is 60 years old too. So
Yeah,
how
he
you
turned
feeling,
60
Dougie Doug?
back in
Good.
August.
Yep. I only got what little over a month. Enjoying my last day as a 60-year-old.
Yes, Dougie Doug will be 61 in August. So
Well,
you're like 4 months older than him.
right.
4 months.
Hey,
Yeah.
Azil. How's going, everyone? Doing good to chat? We are doing good, my friend. How are you?
Where is
Kat
Danny?
says,
Because Danny, I have plans with this bookshelf.
neither one of you would get very far with the bookshelf because you would be so fascinated with the books. You'd be like, "Oh, I want to read this one," and you'd sit down and
I
start
would just
reading.
rearrange your books, and you have to like decide where it went to. That's what it would be for you. Rearranging your
M3's
books out of order. I
so
can just picture yourself trying to like figure out which book was where.
everything is in order in my mind, meaning I don't
Oh,
have them
it is.
in a particular order, but I know where every book is. And like I said, I got more books
Yeah, I saw
here,
those the other day.
and um, man, I got even more in the next room, and I got a bookshelf here. I got 2 bookshelves in the room over, 3
My
bookshelves
goodness,
downstairs,
that's too
and
many
2 in the
books.
basement. And that's not even mentioning my um, his books that he has.
Oh, your brother reads too?
Yeah, the whole family did.
Tile family. That's good that they
Yeah.
read.
Yeah. M3 is just a young pup at 54.
I think I'm the youngest one in here. I'm going to be 42 soon. About 8 more weeks. But I'm
Cat
not in
gives
no
away.
rush to my birthday. It's going to come whether I want it to be or not. So
True.
it's just another day older, another year older
And wiser.
and smarter.
Cat says too much information, Dougie. Oops, I gotta take my supplement. This is the last day I'm gonna take a leave
Leave.
for my foot.
It's supposed to be like a little blue pill.
It is?
The leave.
Uh-huh.
The leave pill. It looks like it's white.
Well, this one's white.
White.
This one is blue.
Yeah, that's the blue one.
Yeah. So once
You ever
again,
feel like you're in the Matrix, like red pill or blue pill or white
we
pill?
are in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Hey Mir. Mir, how are you, my friend? Mir says,
Oh,
hey
thank you,
sir and
Mustafa.
co-host. Are you any good at swallowing pills?
I try not to get choked when I have to swallow my medicine I take.
Right.
I do take medicine in the morning, and I have to wait 30 minutes before I eat. Because if I don't eat, I start getting dizzy.
M3 says, yeah, there are ladies in the chat. I know how it is when the guys hang out.
Is Miss Flipper going to be coming tomorrow to speak?
Yep. She's coming at 1, and then at 5:25 we have a guest.
I can't wait for her to hear Miss Flipper on what she has to say.
Yeah,
She's
it's always
awesome.
fun. Always one of my favorite days of the week, hanging out with Miss Flipper.
Yeah, today is the last day of the Olympics, Winter Olympics, where Miss Flipper lives at
Yep.
in Italy.
Mustafa wants to know who you're gonna invite to your birthday party.
I'm too old for birthday parties. I stopped having birthday parties when I turned 12. I was
You're
like,
never too old. We had a little bit of a party here last year on my birthday, although I had not. It wasn't at my suggestion,
yeah.
but
I really stopped having birthday parties at the age of 12 when I entered middle school. Because all my friends were like at that age, like asking me, like, are you going to have a birthday party? Because I remember one of them was asking me when I was in 6th grade, and they wanted to know if I was going to have a birthday party because I was turning 12. I'm like, no.
I never actually had a birthday party.
You never did when you were a kid?
Nope. I went to birthday parties, I never actually had one.
Yeah, I did too. I went to Chuck E. Cheese, the
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese place, to different birthday parties when I was a kid.
Right.
But I don't go to Chuck E. Cheese now because it's not my thing.
Never had Chuck E. Cheese pizza before.
You never had Chuck E. Cheese pizza?
Nope.
It's kind of like Little Caesars almost to me.
Don't know if I ever had Little Caesars pizza before either.
Uh,
I've had Domino's. Meh.
Domino's burned their pizza. I had Domino's and they always burn their pizza. And their breadsticks are like hard as a rock. You can't
Right.
even eat them. You can't even bite into them.
I like Pizza Hut pizza.
Yeah, we used to have a Pizza Hut, but it closed down. And their
I think
stuffed
the
crust pizza was like amazing.
I
And
think
then
the
until
best
they
pizza
closed the restaurant down. Do what?
I think the best pizza is always the small, locally owned, family owned ones. You know, people
Yeah,
who have their own sort of secret recipe.
right. Have you ever heard of Jet's Pizza?
Nope.
We have a Jet's here in Nashville. It's really good pizza.
Well,
It's still snowing heavy there, Cat.
it's no one here too.
It was flurrying here earlier when I was getting out of church earlier. It was flurrying, tiny little flurries that I saw.
Are they calling for any snow for you?
Huh?
Are they calling for snow?
Not really. Not really. I think we were supposed to have rain, 30% chance of rain, because it's been cloudy today and very windy and cold.
Yeah, originally we were supposed to get um little bit of we were supposed to get rain and a little bit of snow later in the day. Like I think that's I'd heard half an inch, and now they're saying we could get anywhere from 8 to 13 inches.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I'm going to get a blizzard. You're going to feel trapped in your house for a few days. Ugh.
I refuse to be trapped in my house. I will get out. I'll boot up and I'll get out and do something. M3 says, was she the lady that talked about Kabbalah and A Course in Miracles? She was very fun and interested. Talk a few weeks back. Yep. Miss Pipper comes up every Monday, and if I have a guest on a Monday afternoon, she'll come up on a Sunday.
Hello, Anna.
Hey, Anna. Mustafa says, Lady Sky, in your birthday, I want you to eat a cake as sweet as Eric's heart.
Oh, I'm not making a cake for my birthday. I'm making a pie, a peanut butter pie for my birthday this year. I'm like my dad. I don't much care for cake because it has way, way, way too much frosting. I'm not a fan of frosting on
Huh,
cakes because it's so much frosting. It's
right.
like the cake part is, you can barely see it. I'm
M3 is
like my
getting
dad.
excited about the peanut butter pie.
Yes. I can't wait to make the peanut butter pie that I'm going to make. I'm going to make it on the Saturday before, on the 18th. So,
Well,
so
thank
it
you,
can be in the
Mustafa.
refrigerator and all Oh, yumminess.
that an actual
You
word?
like peanut butter pie at Yum3?
I don't know if I ever had peanut butter pie before, but I like peanut butter, so I put
You
peanut
like
butter
peanut
in my
butter?
oatmeal every morning.
Yeah, I was wondering if I can show you how I make the peanut butter pie,
Yep,
if you didn't mind it.
not at all.
But I'm not in no rush for a peanut butter pie right now. So I know I'm planning on making it for my birthday, but I'm not in no rush on eating it.
M3 says yes. I love peanut butter pie and Oreo cake.
Oreo cake. Of course, we all want to see how Lady Sky. You want to see me cook Mustafa?
Now wait a minute. Did you say they want to see you cook Mustafa?
No,
Or
Mustafa wants to see me cook
okay, just
on
checking.
here.
Just checking.
You
Because I draw the line at cannibalism.
don't
And it
eat sweet.
says doing well. I don't really eat sweets either, Mustafa. Not saying I don't like them, but I've mentioned before that I'm sort of I'm not a sampler. I don't have a cookie. I
Yeah.
have cookies, meaning all the cookies.
Oh,
All the cookies that you have, I will eat them. If there's a bag of cookies, I'll eat the whole bag of cookies.
oh
And
wow.
I don't eat
What kind of
chips.
what kind of cookies would you eat?
Um, anything that doesn't have raisins in it.
You don't like raisins? Like oatmeal raisin cookies?
Why would you take a perfectly good oatmeal cookie and ruin it by putting a raisin? Hey, Sebastian, I'm surprised. I thought everyone knew, even people who don't come here. I thought the entire world knew my anti-raisin stance. I've
No,
written
I didn't know you
pamphlets.
had a raisin rant of
I've
raisins.
taken out ads on major newspapers and radio shows and TV shows. I took out an ad in the Super Bowl 4 years ago, anti-raisin.
Goodness.
Everyone knows. Everyone
Should I
knows.
put raisins in your muffins? Blueberry raisin
For
muffins?
one, you would never put a raisin in a muffin.
No.
You know,
But I could change it to oatmeal raisin muffins.
you would never do that because it just doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
Like oatmeal, you could say oatmeal raisin cookies, right? It sounds
Right.
good, but raisin muffins just doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't.
Um,
Not in like the other day when you said sniffing your meat. It didn't sound right. Sniffing
it
meat.
it did not sound right, and I wanted everyone to know when I said it. It did not sound right.
Right.
M3 says, "Ouch, she didn't like the California raisins as a kid, Yogi." Here's the thing: it should have been California grapes. Grapes are live, living things. They're intelligent. They have personalities. They're lovable. Everyone loves a grape. And then what you do is you take a grape and you suck out the soul, the very essence, and you get a
But they're
raisin.
seedless. They're
A
seedless
raisin,
grapes.
a raisin is zombie fruit. It was once alive, and now it's not.
Raisins are not zombie
It's
food. Have
zombie
you not
fruit.
had ants on a log?
Ants in a log.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
not
a
had
little
ants
piece
in a
of
log.
ants on a log. You don't know what ants on a log is? It's a little piece of celery, and you put peanut butter on it, and then you put 3 little raisins on it to make them look like ants.
And
Ants on
then
a
you throw it
log.
away.
No, you eat it.
And then you take it and you pick off the raisins and throw the raisins away, and then you eat the celery and peanut butter.
Well, you can if you wanted to.
Okay, that's what that's what we're
But if
gonna
you
do.
don't like, if you're allergic to peanut butter, you can always use cream cheese if you're allergic to peanut butter.
Would you put raisins in cream cheese?
No.
See,
But that's how you make ants on a log. You never had ants on a log?
I've
Celery,
seen
cream.
I've seen ants, literal ants on a log, um, but I had never Never heard of that before.
You never heard of ants on a log?
Nope.
Well, it's
They
kind of like
call
a kid
them
snack.
snits on a log here in Florida. I've
It's
never heard either one of them. So let's get back to why raisins are horrible. You guys can subscribe to my anti-raisin newsletter that I write every
newsletter
month. I distribute it. You can subscribe. It'll show up at your doorstep every month.
for free shipping and handling.
I mean, what if someone were to take an orange and shrivel it on up and hand it to you? Would you be like, "Oh, awesome! I shriveled up orange. Thank you. Just what I've always wanted." And then somebody said, "Well, how about a handful?" And you could put it in granola. You'd be like, "What the heck? Why would I want to put a shriveled up orange in my granola?" Am I
Hold on a
correct?
minute.
Sure. I stand by my raisin stance. Prove me wrong, guys.
Sorry, my
That's okay.
mom knocked on my door.
Talking about raisins.
No, she made steak and broccoli for supper tonight. So
Good.
she was like telling me, like, I cooked my steak. You can cook your steak now if you want to. I'm like, okay, I will later.
Sounds good.
Sorry that I was muted for a minute.
It's okay, Mustafa.
I hope I'm not taking somebody else's space if they wanted to
No,
come up here.
as far as I know, no one did. Hey, Skeeter. How are you, my friend? Evan says, "Have you ever argued with someone and lost the argument?" I'd lose every argument I've ever had with Lady Sky.
Hey,
Every
I heard
single one.
that.
Every argument. Case in point. Do you still like raisins?
Yes, I love
You
raisins.
see? I lost the argument, Evan. You, we're actually going to end the live stream in about 5 minutes or thereabouts. Skeeter, are you getting pounded with snow? He's up north from me, so he's probably going to get more.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a blizzard type.
Yeah, I was really hoping that winter was done. I thought we had the end of it. The days were getting a little bit warmer.
A
It
little bit
was staying
longer
above.
too.
Yep, it was staying above freezing.
Yeah, it's been windy and it was really windy today and cold, and it's going to be like that again tomorrow. So,
Right.
and I got to do laundry tomorrow. Ugh. I hate
Um,
doing laundry.
that's why I don't do it.
I have to do it. I like to wear clean clothes.
What are you saying? Things clean themselves naturally. If you rotate your different clothes, right?
I don't rotate mine. I just wear mine and then wash them and dry them and fold them and put them away.
I wash clothes
So,
out of necessity. When I look by and I see that my white shirt is now coffee colored,
are you going to wear
completely.
something green on St. Patrick's Day? If you have a green shirt?
I think I have a green shirt. I probably wouldn't purposely so. I do not like prunes, M3. Prunes are just bigger raisins. They're just bigger raisins.
You don't like prunes? I don't like prunes. I like
Yeah,
apricots.
I do too. I like apricots. Hey, so this Peter says, "Everyone cheers, Brother Yogi in chat."
Yeah, I just wanted to come up and show the Easter candy that I got earlier at the store.
I
Not a bad
appreciate it.
price on it, $4.99. So it
Sure.
could be different at your Food Lion since you have a Food Lion in your area.
Right. Me too,
So
Environment. M3 says his mom always taught me to wear clean underwear every day and have an extra pair to always wash my clothes. Underwear is expensive. I used to.
what type of detergent do you use, M3? I use Tide detergent. I can't use Gain. I break out in Gain. Gain is a very strong fragrance in Gain. Do you buy Gain detergent?
Detergent. Why would I
This
buy
is
detergent?
sponsored
I
by
tell people
Tide.
all the time when you are vegan, your clothes don't stink.
So you use a
I
vegan detergent?
my clothes don't. Nothing stinks on a vegan. Nothing. I'm
It's like that
100%
song,
pure.
"Ooh, that smell. Can't you smell that smell?"
I it doesn't. It doesn't. And I tell that I used to tell that to my ex-wife all the time, which is probably why she's my ex-wife. Um, and she would say, "I know you think that." She would never finish it. She would just say, "I know you think that."
You know you think that.
Yes, I would say, as a vegan, I don't smell. And she's like, "I know you think that." Um, it is going on 7 o'clock, my friend. Sodas.
Oh, you use Tide M3? Yes. Tide rules. Woo.
Good night, cat.
Good night, cat. Hope you sleep well.
Hey, Tom. Tom is at the wrestling shop for one of the students' birthday party match. Thought I'd stop in and say hello while I wait for the bell. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it. Are you participating in any of the matches? You know,
Yeah,
Tom's
tonight's the
training.
final ceremony of the Olympics. Have you
Yep.
been watching the Olympics?
Nope.
I know the USA won today in the hockey in overtime.
Good. Good for
They
them.
beat Canada.
I remember in 1980 when US beat Russia. That was a huge deal because this is when we were still completely during the Cold War.
Yeah.
All right. I better get to sleep. So we're going to shut things
All
down,
right.
ladies. Okay?
Well, I hope you have a great sleep.
Thank you.
So,
You too? I know you'll be up for a while though, right?
yeah, I usually go to bed around 11 or so. Sometimes a little after 11 or before 11, like 5 or 10 minutes before 11 or after.
Right. I am fast asleep by 11, at least hopefully. Thank you, Environmed. Enjoy your day.
Do you
He's all
read
the
a
way.
book? Do you fall and read a book to go to
I
sleep
do.
or
I
a
do
count
read.
sheet?
Here's what I do. I have a complete sleep hygiene practice. Hey, Conda. Where I want to close things down so I have time for my eyes to readjust after the blue light of a computer screen or a phone. I don't take
Yeah.
in any type of media before I go to bed. Um, and I do my breath work. I don't want to eat, for me, 3 hours before bed because it takes an enormous amount of energy to digest food. So when you're digesting, you're producing energy. When you're producing energy, your body is not getting the rest that it needs. Um,
Yeah.
and then I do what's called contemplative reading before bed. You don't want to read something that is like a page turner because page turner, you're turning the page. You want to see what happens next, so you stimulate in the mind. You want to read something that is sort of dry, that prepares your mind to want to go to sleep. But you also want to plant seeds. So this is when I'll read A Course in Miracles, or I'll read another like a sacred text, because I'm planting a seed, and I take those thoughts into my subconscious mind, so that the next day they act out. So
Oh, cool.
like if I read, let's say, the Prayer of Saint Francis before I go to bed, where it says, "Make me an instrument of thy peace," I plant those seeds into my subconscious mind. The next day, um, they bear fruit, and I'm a more peaceful person. I'm a kinder person. I'm a more loving person. And then the last thing I do is what's called cognitive shuffling, where you let any word come to mind. You don't search for it. You just let a word drift into your mind. And then you take the first letter of that word. And for about 10 seconds, you name as many other words that begin with that letter as you can. But
Okay.
you can't like search for them. It either comes to you or it doesn't. And you don't want a word that makes you think of other things. You just want that word to come and then you let it go. And then you go to the next letter and the next letter. And then you pick another word. And usually, 2 words and I'm asleep. So
Cool.
if you ever have trouble sleeping, give it a try.
No, I don't really have trouble sleeping at all
Good.
because I usually try to turn my brain off and go to sleep because I fall asleep like in a matter of minutes.
Well,
Doesn't take me long to start sleeping. So,
I'm going to answer a question from Conda real quick. She says, "What do you do for stress and anxiety treatments?" Breath work. But here's the thing with breath work: you can use breath to address anxiety when you're experiencing it, and it's very, very helpful. But it's also too late because you're already experiencing anxiety. So what you want to do is do your breath work 3 times a day, and then therapeutically as needed, and then you're reducing anxiety as you go through the day, so it doesn't lead to a panic attack. A panic attack is just extreme anxiety hitting you all at once. But we're living life nowadays in this low level of anxiety. We I like to use a scale of 0 to 10. 10 being extreme fight or flight, extreme anxiety. 0 is when you have no anxiety whatsoever.
mhm.
It used to be we would wake up at 0. We'd start our day, we'd be at 1 or 2. We'd play, we'd go to work, we'd go to school, we might go up to a 3. Nowadays, we wake up at a level 4. And then we face traffic, or we watch the news, or we doom scroll on our phone, and we're at level 5 or 6. And then we drive to work, the boss yells at us. We're cruising around all day at level 7. Breath work, you wake up, you do breath work, it keeps you at that 1 or 2 mark. When it starts rising up after traffic or during work, do some breath work, it brings you back down to 3. You come home, you're more even keeled, you do some more breath work, you don't yell at your family, you don't take it out on your dog, you stay peaceful. So, kind of breath work, meditate twice a day. And then there's all kinds of somatic things that you can do to help with anxiety. Somatic is body movements. We've done them here before. Rubbing the arms. It's a self caress. Hand skating. Rubbing the heart. All great things for anxiety to help bring you down as soon as you're experiencing it. The best thing you can do, this will be the last thing, is check in with yourself. Check in with your thoughts and check in with your posture. The little things we're doing with your body. If you're breathing a certain way, your shoulders are going to be high. You might be breathing in your chest. Your hands might be tense. Your jaw might be tense. Your neck might be tense. Scan through the body and then give just a little bit of thought, relaxing to each body part as you scan through. So this way you're cutting anxiety off at the path. Same with stress. I hope that helps.
Yeah, when I was getting frustrated about the water thing last week, I was like, "Oh, I need that breath work from Yogi. When will it come?" Ooh, you ought to saw me the other day. I was getting really frustrated. Like, why did the city turn off my water?
Yeah, I remember that was horrible. 2 days without water.
Yeah, just one. It was like 24 hours with no water. It was like one day. It was on Wednesday, and then they turned it back on sometime Thursday. When and then when I woke up on Thursday morning, the water was back on. I was like, yes, I could take a shower again.
Yep.
I could brush my teeth. I went from 24 hours of not brushing my teeth.
Well,
And I'm
yeah,
like, you're supposed to brush your teeth twice a day.
that would drive me crazy.
Yeah, I was getting frustrated why they had it all off, and my neighbors were, like, coming up to my door, like, asking me, "Do you know why the water is turned off?" I'm like, "No, I don't." Maybe a busted pipe on the roadways, I guess, because that's what I was thinking.
Right,
Because we just had a winter storm here, and we had ice and everything. I'm assuming a busted pipe probably did it. I don't know,
right.
but I had, like, neighbors coming up to me and left and right.
Let me answer a question real quick from Evan. Says Eric, our oven broke and the landlord doesn't want to buy or fix it. I argued and it didn't change anything, and I feel resentment. What's your yogi diagnosis? Um, well, I can't get your oven fixed for you, but as far as the resentment, the oven's not fixed. Does your resentment change that? Resentment makes you feel horrible, makes you feel like crap, right?
It
Have you
makes
ever
me
felt
feel
good with the
angry.
resentment?
I would
What's
be
that?
angry. I would be angry if my oven went out because I
Right.
won't be able to cook something.
But even anger doesn't get the oven fixed.
No, it doesn't.
Resentment, yep, resentment doesn't get the oven fixed. Grievance doesn't get the oven fixed. So you don't have an oven. You need a solution to get an oven. Resentment's not the solution. Resentment's never going to get you a new oven. The only thing that's going to get you a new oven is working something out without the landlord, with the landlord, and you have the better opportunity of working something out if you talk to him resentment and anger free.
Yeah, in a nice way.
Yep. And you could be forceful, and I pay rent, and uh, the money that I pay should go to fix this. You can get your point across, but you can do it without resentment because why punish yourself for what your landlord isn't doing? So that's my thoughts on that.
What is that beeping noise that I heard?
Um, that is,
I figured like a message or something.
yep, Facebook Messenger.
Because when I first heard that beeping noise, I was like, Yogi is pressing a key on something on the keyboard, a wrong keyboard thing.
What do you mean? What do you mean wrong? Why did you assume
I don't
Eric's?
know.
What
It
if
just
that was the sound of me doing something absolutely? What if that's the sound of me having a really good idea?
it could
Every time
be.
I have a good idea, there's a beep. What if that every time I have a loving thought, there's a beep?
Mm.
But nope, Lady Sky had to take it in a whole another direction. Yeah, he must have did something wrong. Pressed the
Well, I
wrong
don't know.
button.
I usually hear it often, so
So
I
you
thought
think
it
I
was
do
like the
something
keyboard.
wrong?
You're pressing on a keyboard button and making that noise or something.
So you think I'm doing something wrong often, is what you're saying. Now we're laying our cards on the table, Lady Sky.
How many cards are we laying?
I think you laid the whole darn deck on the table there.
That's a large deck.
It is.
Do you ever play cards? Like card games with friends?
Nope. He used to play
No?
solitaire.
You play
Um,
solitaire?
yep. Sometimes I play it on the computer, but it's been a long time. I don't like. This is where I do my.
You
Well,
never
this is
play
where I.
poker with cards?
Nope. Never played a single
No?
game of poker ever.
My dad used to play poker with cards.
Um, I stopped doing the online solitaire because um, I like having places where, like, this is where I show up to work. This is where I show up to write every morning. This is where I
Yeah.
show up to live stream. So I want that when as soon as I sit, ideas start to come to me. Um, and I don't want to confuse it with this is where, like, I have a spot in the other room where I meditate. As soon as I get to that spot, my mind, my body's already prepared to meditate because it's become my sacred spot.
Mhm.
Same with writing, stuff like that.
Do you meditate like over 30 minutes or depending on how long you meditate? Is it over 30 minutes?
Sometimes, and generally speaking, I meditate 20 minutes twice a day. Sometimes half
Mhm.
an hour twice a day. Um, but on occasion, I'll dedicate 45 minutes, sometimes an hour. meditate? So Evan says, Erica, Evan, oh, you didn't hear my answer, Evan? Landon doesn't want to buy it. I argued and it didn't change anything. And I feel resentment. What's your yogi diagnosis? So I'll say it one more time. Or did you hear it? Evan, did you hear it?
Yeah, you already told him your answer.
Yep. Just in case you missed it, that resentment is secondary. There's no sense in you feeling or holding on to resentment because it's never going to get your oven fixed. And arguing isn't going to get your oven fixed either. Long John, how are you, my friend? So hopefully he heard that. Long John, we're tuning out. So, Lady Sky, we're going to end the live stream. Thanks for hanging out with me.
All right, thank you for letting me come up and hang out and talk and showing
Sure.
off the Easter candy.
Always enjoy it. Always fun. And remember, Miss Pippa will be on tomorrow,
Awesome.
1 o'clock. Thanks, Lady
I
Sky.
can't wait to see Miss Flipper and what she has to have to say. She really does really good on her lessons.
She does.
So it's
She's
really interesting to hear on what she has
she-
to say about her lessons. And then doing the fishbowl thing.
Yep. She's an excellent teacher. One of my favorites.
Mhm.
And I'm glad.
How
I
did
get-
you and her become really good friends? Did y'all meet somewhere in another chat room, or
She
I'm not trying to
came.
be nosy.
She popped up. Algorithm led her to my live stream in the morning, and she was like, "Oh, another Course in Miracles student."
Oh,
And
cool.
she heard that I taught breath work and meditation, and I offered to teach people for free. And she said, "I'd love to do that." So we met
I
once a
thought
week.
y'all might seen each other in another chat room and of miracles or something.
I called her, or she called me once a week for several months, and I taught her breath work and a particular. She already meditated, but I taught her my form of meditation that I became an instructor in. And
Hello,
we've been
Lon
friends ever
John.
since.
Well, that's cool that y'all met like that.
Yeah. All right, so we'll see you. We'll see you here tomorrow.
All right. Have a good
Thanks
stream.
again,
It
Lady
was a good
Sky.
stream.
Yeah, it
Talking to you
was.
about raisins.
No more raisins. We can end the note on the reasons why I don't have to do laundry, because vegans never smell. You know why we don't smell? Because we don't eat raisins. That's why we don't smell. It's scientific. It's not
Ooh,
yoga.
that smell.
It's scientific. Vegans never stink. All right.
Vegans never smell. Hashtag vegans never smell.
That's going to be my new hashtag from now on. That's going to be just a yogi not stinking in his basement. It's going to be my new channel from now on. All right, guys. See ya, Lady Sky.
See ya.